everybody, welcome to my new channel. Yes, this is Godzilla215 here, and I thought I'd just do my first tour review on this Godzilla figure. And if you are wondering, yes, I am a Godzilla fan. I've been a Godzilla fan for years, and so I thought I'd do my first tour review. In this tour review, I'll be reviewing my Bandai Movie Monster Series 6-inch Burning Godzilla. Now, the reason why I'm reviewing this figure is because I'm a big fan of Burning Godzilla himself, because I love the suit design. I love the movie that he played in. Really awesome movie, Godzilla vs. Destroyer. Go check it out. So yeah, I thought I'd just review my Bandai Japan Movie Monster Series Burning Godzilla figure. So yeah, so let's get started. So here's the tag that it came with. This is the Movie Monster Series tag, if you're asking. You can see you get a really cool picture of Burning Godzilla on the front. This is a really impressive picture of him. Looks realistic. Then right here, this says Movie Monster Series. And then this says Burning Godzilla in Japanese, which I do not know how to say Burning Godzilla in Japanese. 1995 Toho Pictures Incorporated, I think. 1995 Toho Company Limited. If you're wondering what fell out, it's this thing. This is a choking hazard card, which is not for children under 3 years, because if you could tell, there's a choking hazard symbol right there. But continuing, here's the opening, Movie Monster Series. Then you get the contacts. For sale only in Japan, which this figure you can't get in the US. He's 100 meters and his meltdown is 1200 degrees. And as you can tell, this is the same picture from the cover. On the back, this is from the 2001 series, and I really love this nice picture of Godzilla on the front. Movie Monster Series again, Bandai 2001, made in China. So yeah, this is my favorite tag. I really like this tag a lot. So to start off with the review, we are going to go on to detail. Now this figure is by Bandai, so Bandai makes really good detail toys. So as you can see, the detail on this guy looks very nice. As you can see, all the skin detailing that Bandai got on this figure is very impressive looking. As you can see, it looks just like how a lizard skin would look like on the neck part right here. And you get some more, like some scales on the throat. And you got the face. Here is Bandai Creations Burning Godzilla, and if you can notice that the Bandai Creation figure has detailed eyes, but this figure doesn't. So this figure has good detailed eyes, but as for this guy, they're just like this. The detail on this guy looks really cool. This is one of my favorite Bandai Japan toys. Just love how they done his claws. Basically the same way they did with Bandai Creation. Going down to his belly. His legs are really nicely detailed. Really love how they look. And his feet. His little toes. Here's the info underneath his foot. It says 1995, Burning Godzilla, Bandai 2001, China. His spines are not movie accurate, but I do like how the spines look. But for some reason, this little row of spines right here do look a little bit shorter looking compared to the other two rows of spines right here. Like, see how the spine's a little bit shorter than the other side? It just looks weird. It just looks a little bit too small, but however, the spines do look really cool looking. I love how they look. Tail's nicely detailed. I love how they've done the spines on the tail all the way down to the very end. And they also nicely detailed underneath the tail as well. So yeah, the detail on this guy is very good. He's got a really good detail. Paint job. Now if you compare it to Bandai Creations, this guy has flaming paint on this figure. As for this guy, this figure has translucent orange, which means that this figure was all orange and kind of some red, but what they did was they painted some black on him to make the skin, and then they showed the flaming parts that he's supposed to have on him, like on the legs is a translucent orange, the little belly part right here is a translucent orange, the chest, the shoulders, and the spines with some black skin. So yeah, basically what they did is they painted the skin black. So it was basically at first all orange, so... And like I said, this figure does not have detailed painted eyes as this figure does. And he does have a red tongue, if you could see that. Now, I heard some people say that they do not like how they made his tail all white on the tail. To be honest with you, I think the tail looks cool when it's white, because it makes it a little bit different for it. Because if you look at Bandai Creations, it's just all black. Like, they could have done some better paint job to that, but as for Bandai goes, they actually painted some white. So this is like a white highlight, so I think it looks really cool on this toy. Give it some different paint on it, so they just went with white, so I think it looks really cool. It's my opinion. It's going to be different from yours, but I think it looks cool. Now let's go into articulation. This figure has good points for articulation. He has the head that can articulate 360 degrees. The arms can go in and out like this. Not 360, but oh well. Legs can articulate 360 though. And his tail is indeed a glue seal, and if you break that, you can have an articulation like the tail. So yeah. So that's 6 points, so that's pretty good for a figure. Now this figure came out in different kind of versions. There was this version, there was another version that came out in the Memorial Box set, and there was another one that was 8 inches tall, and they had some like Marmot figures, and I think they made one that was X Plus, and they also made a SH Mustard. So there was a lot of figures that are like this. The Memorial Box version was all like red, orange, and yellow looking, so that was pretty cool. I do plan on picking up that figure, but as far as scaling goes, let's bring out some figures I got. So here's the Bandai Creation figure. This is the reissued version. As you can tell, the tail's curved up. I used to have the first release of this toy, but mine broke, so I just got the reissued. And as you can tell, they're pretty much the same size, so that's pretty cool. Okay, this is a 1993 Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. And as you can tell, they are also the same size again. I like to compare these guys together because basically they're part from the Heisei series, and this guy is like, I don't know, almost a different sculpt to this guy, so that's why I like to compare them. And here is a Movie Monster Series Godzilla Jr. Now, we all know Godzilla Jr. is supposed to be smaller than Burning Godzilla, so yeah. But he's a good figure though. And finally, here's a Bandai Creation Destroyer. Now this figure is indeed a bigger version than to the Japan toys, so this Destroyer is actually taller than Godzilla, but he's supposed to be up to his throat right there, but this is a good scaling. He goes better because the Destroyer looks a little bit bigger than the Japan toy. But overall, this Burning Godzilla is really cool. This figure is hard to come by these days, mostly because it's really rarely kind of hard to find. Because he's really expensive to find on eBay, but I luckily found this guy on eBay for a very cheap price. I had to buy it because I did not have this toy, and plus I was a huge Burning Godzilla fan, so I thought I'd just buy it from eBay, who was selling it for a very good price. I bought it for only about $14. Everything came with it. Everything is good condition. So if you do not have this toy, definitely pick him up. But if you do see him for a pricey, if you do see him for a cheap price, definitely pick him up. But if you just really are desperate and you want this figure so much, I just say go ahead. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But I do plan on picking up the Memorial Box figure and the standard 8-inch toy for this guy, because I had to get those figures. But as for this figure goes, really good detail, nice paint job, nice points for articulation, and he goes good with your 6-inch Godzilla toys. So yeah. So my thoughts, I love the toy. It's my favorite Bandai Japan toy, and I'm really happy I owned it. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this guy a perfect A+, because he's a really cool toy, and he's one of my favorite Japan toys. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed my first toy review from CheapZilla215. This is CheapZilla215 signing out. I hope you guys can subscribe and stuff, and I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. Alright, you have a good day. Bye.